Hello, hello, hello. This is G. Welcome. You are watching Allastrology. This is your October full moon, October 6th, 2025. We've got the moon, we've got Mars, and we've got Pluto on the screen. It's a full moon in Aries on October 6th. Okay. We know that Aries is the initiator, likes to start stuff, very physical, all about the appearance, all about a strong appearance, a strong face. It's the military, born for war, soldiers, the Marines. Like this is Mars energy. So it's a full moon of ending something. A cycle is ending, and that's typical full moon energy. Now we're going to dive deep to figure out, well, what the hell are we ending? Maybe there's some military stuff ending. Is there wars ending? Is something about my appearance ending, changing? Am I saying, oh, I'm not going to wear that anymore, or I'm not going to do my hair that way anymore? Because Aries, after all, it is the body, it is my appearance, but it's very specifically focused on the head. So maybe there's something changing up with one's appearance. And if it's the head, it could just be something as simple as that. But it could also be other big things, depending upon if you've got something at 14 degrees, because that's where this full moon occurs. It's a full moon in Aries at 14 degrees, and that degree has meaning. Mars is meant to take action. It's called a trigger planet for a reason. It is a shit starter. It is an instigator. It gets bored easily. Like if it gets bored, if it doesn't have a battle or a mission or something, it's like it needs a physical challenge all the time to not back down. It's really fiery, super impulsive, easily irritated. It can be childlike. Are we letting go of some of our childlike ways? Are we leaving behind some of our ego tendencies? Aries is all about the ego. It's young and it's puffed up. It's got its chest out. And it's like, I did that. I will lead. I start. People will follow me. What's ending? It could be one or two or three or all of the above of the things I listed. These are all Aries traits. Now, that degree, that 14 degrees, speaks of feminine energy. That's Venus at 14 degrees. Well, let's talk about Venus for a minute here. What does Venus do? Things being beautiful. Desire, money, values. That's Venus. Is there a cycle ending to some certain freedoms or ending a cycle of its very independent behavior, independent ways? Because Aries is like a lone wolf type of energy. There might be something here connected to natural resources. There's Mars, 10 degrees in Scorpio, shared resources. This is definitely natural resources, Scorpio energy, and corporations. So we think taxes, we think tariffs. But this is a Mars who's quite disciplined. This is a Mars who is taking action based on, because it's corporations, a position of authority, somebody who's higher up, someone who is the boss, right? Number 10 is the boss energy. It's based on the long-term tangible goals, material, tangible security. Right. So this Mars energy and the Scorpio energy mixed always usually equals we're fighting over turf. We're talking about Scorpio energy because Mars is here, but Mars doesn't rule Scorpio by itself. Does it? Definitely doesn't. And look at Mercury, it's 0 degrees. So it is reporting on wounds. It's reporting on traumas. It's reporting on probably battles and fighting for this prime turf, but also the tariffs, also the money, the shipping, the supply chain. Mercury at 0 is an extreme degree. Mercury social media, and we think of neighbors, siblings, and coworkers. And Scorpio also talks about the wounds of the past, the traumas from the past. This isn't fresh energy. It's not brand new. This is something that we're already aware of. because the Venus is all part of this. When we think about turf and we think of natural resources, we got to take a quick peek at Venus here. 21 degrees, that's the Jupiter degree, and she's in Virgo. Like, these are the people who do work that people kind of look at and think, you know, it's below and beneath them. These are the essential workers, absolutely. There's a lot on the table with values and money, okay? And some sort of a cycle is ending. I'm going to include her because this can be delusional energy. Salacia is like feminine Neptune energy, but it can also provide enough of the illusions and delusions and the fantasy to calm the Aries energy down. Neptune is normally spoken about as being able to dissolve Aries' ego, to dissolve the Aries pride, to dissolve the Aries personality, even the selfishness, the self-centeredness of Aries, even, and the fight, the ability of being irritated. Like, Neptune can chill that out. And Neptune is still in Aries. It's still in Aries at 0. So Salacia here may also have some say in this. All right. With her there, it can make things confusing with values because it's 14 degrees. You're looking for an orb from about 8 to 16 degrees of Aries. Again, 8 to 16 degrees of Aries. Find that in your chart. See what house number it's in. You see what you got there. If you've got some objects there, if you don't, feel free to put it in the comments below. And for some folks, this might be a release and an end that they're looking forward to. The starvation, you can do a lot of bad shit to people without using military weapons. And Pluto being part of this because it rules Scorpio and Mars is activated there, right? So we've got Pluto still in a trine with Uranus, and it's Uranus in business and merchants and trade. This is Uranus, the supply chain in Gemini at 1 degrees. They're both at 1. And this is not the super tight trine it was a few weeks before. It was the closest they were at, was in September. Okay. These are actually kind of pulling away, but they're both still in a retrograde, which tells us disruptions, shocks, and surprises, something new. Okay. But at the same time, it's powerful. So there's this strong connection still between these two planets. There's still a good, solid communication happening, and there's change, deep change at a root level, okay, with power plays, with power moves by people of power. Throwing in real quick here at the end, we have Jupiter at 23, which is the surprise degree. So whether it's judges and immigration, whether it's foreigners, foreign lands, foreign languages, learning, higher education, Jupiter can be quite benefic, and this is surprise energy for the public. Let's keep our fingers crossed and see what happens.